BJ from Game Gumbo. I've got my guests in from ChuckCon, Kelly and Kevin. And of course, we have Berla and Steve, and we're talking spicy hot games. And one of those that, if I could tell y'all the number of times I see people post pictures from BGA of Captain Flip, if they got $1 for every person that's played this game on BGA, they'd have a gazillion dollars. I want to hear about Captain Flip. I've never actually played it in person. I've only played it online. So who wants to tell us about Captain Flip?
I'm pretty sure there was nobody who did not love it. Philip was ordering it on his phone before the game was even over. And that's a light game for Philip.
Yeah, this is not
Correct.
1879
Correct.
or 1852.
There's no economics, so there's no stocks.
Yeah.
So he loved it. We all loved it.
Mine's coming on the 8th.
How do you play it? So that's the problem. All I do is pick tiles. I decide if I feel like flipping it, and then I put it on the thing. I haven't figured out any of the rules. What are the rules?
Did you want to talk about this one, Verla? This was one that you had on
Sure.
your list.
Sure.
I think it was on everybody's list, by the way.
Yeah,
Steve.
I think so.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't think we counted how many times it got played at ChuckCon, but every single day, multiple times by every single person. Anytime there was some downtime between games waiting to get, something longer started, it was like, oh, let's play Captain Flip again. It's great. So everybody has a board and they all have 5 columns. There's 4 different boards you can play on. You all play on you pick one, you're all playing on the same one. But you pull these character tiles out of a bag, and on your turn, you, like you said, BJ, you take a tile out and choose if you're going to accept the character that comes out face up and put it on your board, or if you're going to flip it over and then you're stuck with whatever that is. So each of the different characters does different things, gives you points. You've got a monkey tile that lets you flip over a tile next to it orthogonally. So if you played like the gunner, that gives you 5 points when you play it, but if you end up with 3 of them on your board at the end of the game, what happens? Do you lose the game straight out? I never let it happen to me, so now I forgot what happens. But the parrot, I mean, this just goes on with the theme of ChuckCon.
Wait, there's a parrot.
With Kevin.
Yes,
there's a parrot.
There's a
And
damn
funny
parrot.
story, 2 different games, Kevin pulled out parrot after parrot. So parrot is the tile that lets you take another tile on your turn. And he kept drawing them over and over and over like 5 times in a row and crushed us.
And that's legal?
It was hilarious.
Even though you do lose a coin for doing
You
so.
lose a point for placing
It's
a
worth
parrot
it.
at the end of the game.
It's worth
it.
Is that what this tile is right here?
That's the monkey that lets you flip over a tile next to you.
Adjacent.
Oh, so
And
you
that
can go
one-
back. You can go back to something that you had accidentally that you flipped.
If
around.
you remember what was underneath, you can flip it back.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of memory going on. You'll see
Well, what's
things
the
at the
deal with
top of the
columns?
columns.
Yeah, what's the deal?
So, like on this board, what is it? The map, the cartographer's map. If you get to the top of that, you get this cartographer like chunk of cardboard that is that map, and that gives you a coin, I think, which is points
At the start
every
of your
turn
turn.
that you hold it. That middle column, if you get to the top of it filled, it's going to give you 5 points, and then 3 points for the one on the far right.
And
each
nothing for the little
board-
ones because they're easy to fill up. Is there some kind of penalty for not filling up a column if you start it?
No.
No.
Nope.
No.
But
But every
pretty
board
sim-
is
pretty
different,
simple
has different
decisions.
scoring rules. Yeah. Well, you'd think so.
You would think so.
Depending on- You would think so. But like this board, I can't see that one too well.
Wait, there's
but
so many
there's some
different boards.
There's
That's
4
the wrap.
different boards. Okay, there we go. So like the second column in that one, you want to have the same character in every in that whole stack. In the one with the 4 points at the top, you want a different character in every stack.
Oh,
So that's where the monkey can come in handy sometimes if you draw one, because you might need to flip it like, oh man, this messed me up. I had to put this here. It ruined my 3 of the same kind. Oh, but I got a monkey next to it, and I know that what I needed is on the other side, and I can flip it back, that kind of thing.
Oh, here's an interesting one: a little solitary island with a pirate.
Yeah.
But if you do the easy one, you're going to lose a point. So you want something big.
If you're
there.
the first person, I think, right? There's
No,
one that maybe
no,
it's
no,
not
no.
this one.
There is one
another
where it'll
one.
have 2 of them, That is, first
Yes.
person gets the left bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Everyone
that's right.
else gets the right.
Is there any bonuses that go horizontally, or it's always vertically?
Based on the tiles, yes. There's a
Mhm.
character that will give you. I
The
think it's the cook that gives
Yes.
you
Yeah, that's-
points based on having horizontally connected tiles.
Interesting. Okay, I think we missed. Oh, here's one. Okay,
That's the Kraken.
and is this the one where if you're first,
Okay.
you get something?
Yes,
or
that
second?
one.
Yes,
get
yeah,
more
that's the one.
points.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's so
First-
clever with
And-
the tiles on here, though, because each tile plays differently. The
Mhm.
Swabby gives you set collection,
Set
where if you
collection.
can get 5 of them out there, you got 25 points. The parrot is a negative, but gives you a extra turn. The lookout, if you can place them at the top of a column, or atop of the place column, gives you extra points. They really do interact in a pretty simple, straightforward, but clever way.
And kind of in a thematic.
There's
I've
the
pulled
Swabby.
this one.
Swabby.
I pulled the Swabby. You're trying to get a bunch of Swabbies.
Swabby!
And
Yes.
that's the house rule. You have to yell "Swabby" anytime one comes up.
Every
Swabby!
Swabby.
Swabby's my favorite.
Swabby!
So
But
is
you can
this,
be confused, but
That is the gunner.
enthusiastic.
the one that you could lose if you play
Yes.
this one?
Yes.
If you get your
Yeah,
third one.
it's worth 5 coins if you play it on the board. But if you
Okay.
play it and have 3 of them out on the board at the end of your turn and can't fix it, you're out of the game.
Well, our friend Dave Duga constantly talks about this game. He taught it to everybody at BGG Spring. So
Okay.
it's something.
He's,
but
he's not wrong.
he says he can play it with his family, but he can also play with like gamers like to play it. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
I am interested in
Yeah.
what is this one? I don't understand
That's
that
the
icon.
carpenter. So as long as that you get 3 points. So there's 2 different colors on the point. If you go back to the gunner, you'll see what that's good. So the left is that scoring thing is in yellow. That means that happens immediately. You play a gunner, you get
Okay.
5 coins. And then the other color, I'm not good with color.
Gray.
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 Those actions happen at the end of the game. So this one is if there's a gunner, if there is no gunner in the row
that's a
or
bomb.
column as the carpenter, you get 3 coins.
I
So
get
that's
it
an
now.
endgame
That's a
scoring
bomb.
one.
Okay, so
Yes.
Yes.
you don't want any bombs around you.
Yes.
Mm,
Okay.
That
Or
one
you
will
want
always-
to play the bomber and get the 5 points, but then play your monkey and flip the bomber.
Exactly.
You want all the points you can. It interacts in such a clever way.
It's
So-
It really
really
does.
Yeah, you don't
It's
an
lose.
awesome game.
You don't lose right away if you have the 3 gunners because you can get a monkey and flip one of those gunners, and now you only have 2.
By the way, I love the art. It's
it's
not
It's cute.
great.
it's
So
not
cute.
cartoony as in like blown up extravagant. It looks more like graphic novel cartoony a little bit. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
just looks fun.
yeah.
Just
It's great.
like
art
It looks
is
it looks like
fantastic.
it looks like Saturday morning Vincent Dutrait.
yeah. That's a good point.
There
Yeah,
you go.
that's Captain Flip, Paolo Mori, and Remo Conzadori. And if I remember right, it is on the list or recommended for Spiel.
It's on the list.
think
I,
it's on the
I
Yeah, I
list.
think
think
it's real.
Okay.
I think
Oh.
it's one of the 3, and I think it takes it.
Well, we're gonna. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna find out at the end of this
Well-deserved.
month. Interesting. I'll be honest. When I saw it on BGA and that first time I played, just kind of clicking through, I remember thinking to myself, I was like, "Wow, this thing got nominated." But the way y'all are describing these tiles really do matter. So